Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mr. Ish. We're here at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club Summer Camp 2023. And it's week number 3. Today's Friday. Friday, the ending of the week. Next week is week number 4. Hopefully we get paid. It feels like we haven't got paid in a month. It is what it is at this point. You're one of the few classes that I actually like coming over here. So please introduce yourselves. Give me your name and your age.
My name is Sean Ramos, and I'm 9.
Oh, you gave me a whole personal. Okay. Next.
My name is Amina, and I'm 9 also.
Welcome to the podcast.
My name is Davina, and I'm 9.
Okay. Also. So we got also and we got also. Also, all you guys are 9 years old. That's a good age. 9 is good. You're looking forward to your double digits?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's no big deal. It's one more number. It's not a biggie. When you're 12 and you're gonna be 13, that's a biggie. And then when you get out the house at 18, that's the biggest one. That's the most important one. Are you guys ever planning on moving out your house?
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
What age would you like to move out your house?
Like 20.
20? All right, he's realistic. What age do you want to move out your house? She's gonna say 10.
21.
21. All right, she wants to be official before she moves out. What about you?
30.
30. All right. You need to talk to your parents about this. You have to start paying some rent. All right, guys. Today's topic. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about...
It wasn't even your topic. Why are you even bringing it up? What are we talking about today?
We're talking about one of the embarrassing moments that you had, or scariest moments.
Okay, so we're talking about embarrassing moments. We all had them. Everyone in this room has had an embarrassing moment, or everyone's had a scary moment. So we're gonna talk about those things. Let's try to be honest. Let's try to be as honest as possible. It could be funny. It could be really be scary. So who wants to go first and do that?
Not it.
Not you?
Not it.
Oh my gosh, stop. I'm shy.
Well, we can't have no shy people here. So we need to start talking. Who wants to give us an embarrassing moment? I'm not going to be first. I'll tell you an embarrassing moment, but I'm not going to be first.
I'll go.
All right, go ahead. An embarrassing or a scary moment? Please, which one you picking?
I'm picking embarrassing.
All right, embarrassing. Here we go. Don't laugh at her, right?
So at school, one of the beginning days at school, so there was this lady that was standing next to the cafeteria. She said, "Go to the cafeteria if you have lunch," and I actually went there, and then there was like a whole bunch of crowd of people, but they were actually little kids, so they were like in the 2nd grade or the 1st. So I walked up to an empty table, started to eat the cereal, but then I realized that the cereal was actually spilling out of its container. So I got pretty annoyed, and when I looked up from my backpack, there was like a crowd of people glaring at me, and they were all like little kids. So I got a bit annoyed and also scared at the same time, but also embarrassed.
But how'd you get scared though? They weren't threatening. I mean, so how do you feel like you were scared?
I got scared because those eyes those glares that they were staring at me, they were very bold. They were like very shocking eyes.
Okay,
Like
so they were all focused and staring at you. So why were you embarrassed about that the bowl had like a hole and it was kind of dripping all over the place?
No, so I actually heard 2 teachers talking about where I was sitting. It was supposed to be 204 or 203. I can't remember. So then one of my teachers, Mr. William, came up to me and he said, "What class are you in?" And I said 301, and then he started laughing.
Oh, he laughed at you? That wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But he wasn't funny.
That was not funny.
So after that, he told me, "You were in the wrong place that you were supposed to be. I was supposed to be in the gym." where they were lining up students
So
for
you
higher
was definitely
grades.
even in the wrong place. But at least you enjoyed some of the cereal though. At least you got to eat. What's another embarrassing moment or something that you guys were
Scared
really scared of?
I have an embarrassing moment.
Give me your embarrassing moment. And
One
thank you for
time-
being honest.
One time at school, I was also eating Frosted Flakes for lunch, and then it spilled on my pants, and then some of my friends was saying that I peed in my pants.
Oh yeah,
That's too personal.
I can understand that. Yeah, when someone is something is spilled on your pants, it kind of looks like you might have had an accident. So and they usually you don't come with a change of clothes, so you kind of got to just stay like that until it dries, and it's a tough one. That could definitely be embarrassing. What was a scary or embarrassing moment for you? Yeah, for you. You're the last one besides me.
So this was the scariest moment of my life. So
Of your
I was
short
in-
life of 9 years old.
stop. So I was in my room. My mom started screaming like really loud because one of my brothers or sisters they were touching like her her ice cream, and I'm like, not my problem. And then she calls everyone that's inside the building.
In the building?
No.
She's going to everybody in the building for touching your ice cream? Like, you got like 30 tenements, and she's talking about everybody?
So she like asks one of us first, and I'm like, not me. And then my brother,
It was your brother. I already know.
it was my brother, and he said, oh, it wasn't me, it was Davina. And I'm like, are you serious? I didn't even do nothing.
That's why you have to have cameras in your
And,
house. See, there's another reason why your whole house should have cameras all the time, especially when you have kids.
And because and then my mom said she's gonna give me the worst punishment of my life, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna run.
Well, you're gonna run. You're 9 years
Because
old.
I'm gonna get a whooping.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Wow, that's how you feeling?
Um,
I'm gonna get a whooping, and
just
I'm
because
scared.
you ate her ice cream?
I didn't eat her
I
ice cream.
understand that, but because someone ate her ice cream, and someone's gonna get a whipping.
My mom is very serious about her ice cream.
Why didn't you say it was your brother?
You gotta rat him out.
I don't know who it is.
It wasn't you, so you gotta rat your brother out. Someone gotta take one for the team, and it's not you.
And I told my mom, maybe it was him, because I didn't do nothing. I was just sitting in my room watching TV with my baby sister.
How many siblings you have?
I got 4.
You got 4. There's always somebody that has to be the person that rats everybody else out. I got that in my house. I call her Bella. Isabella rats anybody out. Even if I'm doing something bad, she'll rat me out. Daddy didn't throw out the garbage. I'll be like, well, come on, Bella, I was gonna do it. So she'll rat me out, but she definitely gonna rat out Liana. She'll be like, Liana didn't take a bath. Liana left the toothpaste, in the sink. Like, she's always gonna tell on her. That's
That's
one.
my brother.
That's the one that I count
That's
on.
my brother.
I need one of those. I need one of those in my life.
And I was and then my brother, he started saying, no, she did it. And I'm like, yeah.
So that was a scary moment in your life?
Yeah, because she was gonna give me a whooping. I was running right to my room.
Well, I guess at 9 years old, you haven't really had scary moments. I'm going to give you one of my scary moments. Could you please shut up, phone? Thank you. One time, I was coming home, and this is my scary moment. I'm not giving you an embarrassing one. I had my girls with me, and I was in the elevator. And I live on a very high floor. I live on the 32nd floor. So my girls had, you know how you guys have your scooters? So we were coming up with the scooters, and I'm like, yo, stop doing this, stop doing that. And we're about to get out the elevator. And one of them gets out the elevator, and the other one stood in the elevator. And the doors closed. So I'm already home. I'm on my floor, and the doors closed. And the one that got stuck was Isabella. She didn't get stuck, but she got in, the doors closed. And then I'm like, oh my God, my daughter's in the elevator. So I hear her screaming, and I'm screaming. I'm like, Daddy's going to get you. Then I make sure that the other one gets in the house. And then I have to figure out if it stopped on any floor from the 32nd all the way to the first. So I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm calling like security, and I'm like, my daughter's stuck in the elevator. Make sure the cameras are on. Make sure if the elevator stops on any floor that you kind of like write the number so that we could go.
Make sure she doesn't press the emergency button.
Well, she was, I think she's 6 now, so she was probably 4. So she's stuck in the elevator. I hear her screaming. Like, I'm on the 32nd floor, and I can still hear her screaming. So thank God that the other elevator was next to me, and I pressed it, and I got in the elevator, and I went all the way down, because I figured that it's easier for me to go all the way down and try to search up. And in between that, one of my friends got in the elevator, like on the 6th floor, and he saw her by herself, and he was like, why is she by herself? And he was like, where's your daddy? And she was like, the elevator closed on me. So he brought her down, and he called me, and he was like, she's good. But in between all that, there was a lot of crazy things happening in my head. So I was really, really scared, because she's a baby. And for her to get in the elevator by herself, not knowing, and then you don't know what floor it could stop on, or if anybody could get in the elevator with her. So it was quite scary. And I was more scared because I had to tell my wife. Because
why do you scared of your wife?
You haven't been married yet. You haven't been married yet, but I'm scared of her. So I had to tell her that
She started yelling.
No, at that point everything was okay, so she didn't yell at me. But I had to tell her because Isabella's gonna tell her anyhow. So I had to be the one to say, "Hey, honey, you know what just happened?" And then tell her what was the reasoning. She wasn't too bad. I thought she would be worse, but she would probably be, next time you got to pay attention. Make sure the kids are out the elevator. So she didn't do that. But I honestly, I think I was very, very scared because it was like when you live in a big building like that, I know a lot of people, but you also could think that, something could happen. So I was definitely scared.
Yeah, that's like my building.
Yeah, but how tall is your building, you said?
My building is like 20.
And what floor you live on?
I live on the 6th floor.
Okay, it's not too bad. So 20 and 6. I'm on 32 out of 35 stories, and there's a lot of apartments. So that was my scary moment. You said you had an embarrassing moment. Was there a scary moment you had?
Wait, did she walk slow to the elevator?
No, she was just not paying attention when we were getting out, and I think trying to play with her scooter or flip it around. And by the time I get out the elevator, she's still in the elevator. So now she every once in a while she reminds me, Daddy, remember when I was in the elevator by myself? I was like, yeah, I remember. Well, she reminds me because she just has a good memory. But now I'm usually the last one to get out the elevator. So I make sure that they both get out. I make sure the dog gets out. I make sure everybody has to get out. And then I'm the last person to get out.
That's my family.
So I think I learned my lesson from that one. You had an embarrassing moment. Do you have a scary moment?
Yeah, but it's pretty quick.
Okay, what's a scary moment?
Well, all the time when I'm at my grandma's house, when my dad goes in his room and he comes from downstairs, and I'm walking downstairs, he always scares me, and he's like boo, and then I always get really scared because I don't expect it, and I don't hear it.
I've been doing that to my brother.
I mean, that's what people do. My wife scared me yesterday.
How?
Just like that. I was laying down and I'm sleeping, and she talked to me, but she didn't whisper, and she wasn't like, excuse me, she just had a regular conversation with my ear. So I'm sleeping, and she's like, did you? And I'm like, oh my God. I think she was asking me, from what I understood afterwards, she was asking me, did I put the alarm on my phone, and why am I listening to music? So she asked me that, I guess, in one sentence, but very loud, and I was really scared. Someone talking to you in your ear that loud, it just scared me. So that was another scary moment I just had, but that was yesterday. You said you had an embarrassing moment. Did you have a scary moment, or was it a scary moment?
One scary moment I ever had was when the risk of losing my dog.
Oh.
So my dog, someone slammed the door, and I think my dog actually ran into the door. So he had head trauma or something like that. So I think he had to be in the hospital. in the vet for 1 week or so.
Wow, that's a long time.
Or actually 5 days
That's still a
or
long
less.
A long time.
That's a very long
So
time.
it happened in 2020. So
How is he now?
he's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, he recovered, but
Oh.
he was actually in the process when he got hit by the door. He actually was like aching. He was like whimpering, screaming, and he was just laying flat on his bed.
So that was one of your scary moments.
Yeah.
Is that a pet you have for a long time?
Yeah, my dad got him for like a prize. If I pulled out my tooth by hand, then he would give me a new dog.
Ooh, that's a good prize. So if you pulled your tooth out, he gave you a pet, and you've had him for a few years now, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
That's tough.
I just got a pet dog. I haven't had a dog in a long time.
Me
Whenever you go to the vet, even the first visit to the vet is expensive. So for your dog to be there for 5 days, your dad must really love him. Your family must really love him because it's very costly. It's not like when a person goes to the hospital. When a pet goes to the vet, it costs a lot of money. It's really a lot of money.
Yeah, I took my dog.
You
to the
guys,
vet.
you guys won't even understand how much it costs to take a dog to a vet.
Oh,
It's expensive.
I know.
So, shout out to your dad and your family because they must really love you and love the pet because that's
That's a tough one.
to deal with that and trauma and head trauma and all that stuff it's a lot. So you already had a scary moment, right? So tell me what's your embarrassing moment?
So
Someone
My-
caught you eating your boogers?
no,
Okay, I'm just checking. I wanted to get that one over with.
no. So I was like at the park, yeah, and with my friends and
Oh, you got friends?
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm just checking.
with my friends and I went to get my so there was an ice cream truck and we went to it and I wanted an ice cream, so I asked my dad and he said yeah. And then I go to the ice cream shop, I buy one, so do my friends. And then when we were looking at ice cream, someone pushed me and I dropped my ice cream.
Oh, like Eddie Murphy.
And my friends were laughing at me, and then my dad was staring at me, be like,
Did the ice cream guy give you another ice cream?
no,
He didn't?
no.
I would never buy ice cream from that guy again. I would never buy ice cream. One day I did that. I was giving my daughter ice cream, and she didn't grab it, and it kind of fell right on the floor. I looked at that ice cream man like, if you don't give me another ice cream right now, I would never buy ice cream from you ever again. And I think he stared. He looked at me real quick. This must have happened like in 1 second. I just looked at the ice cream, and I looked right up at him. He was like, I'll give you another one. I said, I appreciate that. And boom, he put another one. I give it back to her. Because if he wasn't to give it to me and he thought I was going to pay another $4 for ice cream, I'm sure that I would have been really upset.
The ice cream said, well, that's your loss.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I have to end it with that because I wouldn't have handled that properly. I think I think your dad he's pretty tame because I would have been highly upset if somebody told me that. Well, thank you for being honest. Thank you for telling me all your personal stuff, and I appreciate you guys. And say your goodbyes because we're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was kind of some lame buys there. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some lame stuff that you guys are working with. All right, we're out of here.
Check, 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 1 2 1 2, check, 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 check.